Stellar was the best performing cryptocurrency among the top 100 in the last week. And crypto tends to move in waves, it tends to move in trends. Will this trend continue? Let's have a look at some on-chain metrics most people are not considering. So here are the top 100, and they are ordered by the performance. In the last week, Stellar or XLM doubled. And it's not just the last week where XLM did well, it's also the last month. It's a top performer in the last month as well. You could throw your money at pretty much anything and made more. But since XLM did best this week and this month, does it still make sense to buy at those levels? Let's have a look. Now there's clearly attention on the token, and attention sometimes turns into purchases. And here's a statistic not a lot of other people will share with you. This is the performance of the last Stellar video on this channel. An average video is here in gray, and that first Stellar video is in blue. It made 3.7 times more views than an average video. Now the question is always, what is driving a price rally, right? Why is something going up? And in the prior video, we looked at adoption of the Stellar blockchain. We had a look at, are there more transactions? Are there more active wallets, etc. And I don't want to repeat myself, so feel free, in case you haven't watched it yet, to check it out. The title is Buy the Stellar Rally XLM Crypto Token Analysis. Now here's the chart everybody is looking at. This is the XLM chart, the Stellar chart in US dollars. And it is somewhat scary because you have seen very similar pump and dumps in the past. The price shot up to then subsequently bleed for the next 1 to 2 years. So it's a case of fool me once, fool me twice. Are we getting fooled a third time? Now it appears as if this current rally isn't yet over, as in we've seen prices of 68 cents and 74 cents at its peak. But this is just the price. We haven't looked at the market cap. Stellar is an inflating token. There's now way more XLM tokens around than in 2018. And so in terms of market cap, we are very close to historical heights. Now, was there any kind of indication that would have pointed towards buying Stellar before this rally? I believe the answer is yes, and it's in relative valuation charts. So when we don't look at XLM in US dollars, but when we look at it relative to Bitcoin, then we do see a quite interesting floor. Have a look at this here. This is the Stellar price relative to Bitcoin, a very long-term chart starting in 2014. And the bottom that we saw in March of 2017 relative to Bitcoin is the exact same bottom that we've just recently seen. So we're bouncing off exactly at the historical low. I do not think that this is coincidence. A lot of people say that technical analysis is worth nothing, but things like this, right? Turnarounds at the exact same point in time with the relative variation to Bitcoin, I don't think it just happens out of nothing. I do believe that there is some kind of self-fulfilling prophecy here. And with self-fulfilling prophecy, I simply mean that if enough people look at that data at the same time and enough people agree that it's currently comparatively cheap and that it might make sense to buy at that point, then enough people do buy and then the prophecy self-fulfills itself. Now on this channel, I like to look at on-chain analytics. I like to look at the buyers and sellers of the token, who is currently driving prices. Now unfortunately, most of trading volume happens in centralized exchanges, in the black boxes. We can't really transparently look at what's happening over there in the order books. But there is a ported token of XLM on the Binance Smart Chain. And over here, we can see what's going on. So before we look at the on-chain analytics, one quick view at what's going on with trading volume. Most trading volume happens, of course, on Binance, followed by Coinbase, followed by XT.com, which is a white labeled version of Binance. Now this is the spot market. We've also got the perpetual futures market, where it's not just Binance that's involved, but also Bybit. Now for the ported version on the Binance Smart Chain, we've got a bit under 14,000 holders. But not all of those 14,000 holders are created equally. Some might only hold a few cents of the token, others might hold thousands of the token. And so what we see over here is the number of retail investors, medium-sized investors, and whale investors. And we differentiate by holding thresholds. So on the left side, we've got the number of wallets that have at least 1,000 Stellar tokens. So at the current price, that's roughly $500 worth of the token. For the chart in the middle, we go at 10x in minimum holding. So that's now $5,000 worth of the token. On the right side, it's the whales, at least for the Binance Smart Chain, it's $50,000 worth of the token. All wallet cohorts long term, so since porting to the Binance Smart Chain in July of 2021, tended to accumulate over time. But the question is, what happened on chain in the last month, where the price almost 5x'd, so it went up by almost 400%. Here's the answer to that question. Retail retail investors actually did not accumulate on chain. Medium-sized also did not accumulate. And the number of whales did go up. Not by much, but it did slightly go up. What we do see though is that the number of new wallets tends to grow with that price rally. So again, this is the last month only. And initially we only had like 10 or so new users on the Binance Smart Chain that bought Stellar. Now it's around 200. It is slowing down. Yesterday was only 100 and today is a data point we can't yet take into consideration because today hasn't yet finished, but there's definitely some growth. There is though more trading of returning users versus new users, which makes sense because the token has been around for a very long time. Here's the number of buyers and sellers over time, and again we see how there's attention moves, and currently we are spiking very high in attention. And unfortunately we do not necessarily want to buy when attention is at its maximum, right? There is a correlation between attention and price. When attention is high, the price is high, but attention tends to move from token to token. When it moves away from Stellar, this might not be that great for the token. Now, the crypto market as a whole is currently expanding very, very quickly. And I like to look at the stablecoin market cap to determine whether or not we are currently in a bull market or in a bear market. And that is the chart we see over here. Sometimes we see the stablecoin market cap going up, sometimes we see it going down. And the reason why I like this chart so much is because it has very little volatility, right? It doesn't go erratically up and down like the Bitcoin price or like the Dogecoin price. It has very clear trends. What happened over here was the DeFi collapse of the Anchor protocol, right? So this is when Terra Luna went bust. This is when the UST stablecoin depegged. This is when a lot of people withdrew money from crypto. It started a whole bear market, and during that bear market, Bitcoin went from 69K all the way down to 16K, and also FTX collapsed during that bear market. Since October of last year, we see an expansion of the stablecoin market cap again, and that expansion is recently accelerating. Now, the reason why this chart is so useful is not just because we can see clearly the trend where currently the crypto market is at. What's also nice about it is that we can deterministically say that currently money is flowing into crypto, as in traditional finance, the traditional finance world is moving fiat into the crypto space. Because whenever this is going up, this means that you send, for example, your US dollars to Binance, and Binance then sends this to a custodian of stablecoins, let's say Tether. Tether then takes custody of your money, right? It puts it in some kind of bank account or in some kind of bonds, and then mints the tokens on the blockchain. And we can see the Tether minting here in this chart. And so the exact opposite happens when this is going down. This is when you withdraw your fiat currency from Binance. And so I think there's roughly 177 billion reasons to believe that the price of crypto is likely going to continue to rise from here, all of crypto. And so this is what I mean with all of crypto, right? Crypto is highly correlated to one another. When Bitcoin goes up, then all the altcoins go up as well, but they don't go up to the same degree. Here are the top 100 altcoins in the last 7 days ordered by their performance. And the best performer was Stellar with a bit over 100%. But have a look at this. This is the best performing meme coins in the last 7 days. And we've got Chill Guy with more than 3000% in the last 7 days. We talked about Chill Guy several times on this channel, but we also talked about the GOAT token several times on this channel when it was still very, very cheap. Now, GOAT is the largest of the meme coins on the Solana blockchain that had been launched with Pump.fun. So Pump.fun is the launchpad of meme coins on Solana. There's a lot of trading happening over there, and GOAT has the largest market cap. Now, I made a video on GOAT when it was still at 24 cents. That was on the 16th of October. Subsequently, the price went up by more than 500%. Now recently it came down again a bit. And so I tried to find tokens that currently have positive momentum, that still have a lot of upside potential. Tokens that can still do the 3, 4, 5 X's that are probably not possible anymore with the larger tokens. So if you're interested in being early in those kind of bets, then feel free to subscribe to this channel, right? I publish videos regularly here. Now, how did I find out about the GOAT token, for example, that early? The answer is wallet tracking. Have a look at this. Influencer Kyle Chessy bought the GOAT token already at 14 cents. So that was over here. Subsequently, the price went up by more than 800%. Now, what is wallet tracking? The blockchain is completely transparent, right? We can see who's buying, who's selling. The only difficult part is to find out what are the wallets that are important, who owns what kind of wallets actually make money. And so here is Kyle Chessy. He's got more than 130,000 subscribers. He's the person that bought GOAT early. And so through on-chain analytics, we found 12 of his wallets. We always get a signal when he's buying buying or selling something. Or have a look at this alert from today. Bankless bought the Clanker token for $53. Since then, the price went up by 57%. Again, that's in a matter of a few hours. And have a look at this below, right? This is the on-chain analytics that one of our moderators performed on the token. Here's the Bankless channel. They've got almost 250,000 subscribers. And of course, when they talk about a token, this generates a lot of attention, and attention then means purchases, and purchases mean a rising price. We only have 2 of Bankless's wallets, but we try to find more. Again, we use on-chain analytics, and we have our people in the chats that use various methods to find wallets of people that move markets. I want to share one more trade, and it's probably the most impressive of the trades because it turns a micro cap into a pretty large pump and dump. This was on November 23rd. The Martini guy bought the Moon token on Pump Fun, right? We already talked about Pump.fun, and he did this at a price of 4012. This is how that developed. Once it got traded on Radium, it went up by more than 1000%. Now it's at 4034. So even after the dump, we are still up by roughly 3x. That's how early those kind of signals are. Here is the Martini guy. He's got 150,000 subscribers roughly. And here are the wallets that we track by this guy, 12 in total. We now have exactly 500 wallets in our tracking. So it's not just the 3 influencers that I just mentioned, we've got way more. And so this is, I believe, the real way to make money in crypto, right? You want to know things that most people don't know. How else can you buy lower than others and sell higher than others if you don't have a market edge, if you don't know more than others? It's better to be very closely to the people that buy early and then potentially sell when all the masses come. And so I like this strategy so much that I made a dedicated tutorial section just on this topic. It is 8 videos in total. It's about how to find influencer wallets, it's how to set up the tracking for the influencer wallets, and it's also how to interpret the signals that we get from the tracking. It's all part of the premium membership of this channel. It's down below, thebitcoinstrader.com. Premium is not just about wallet tracking, it's also about on-chain analytics, it's also about risk mitigation, portfolio diversification, it's also about the backtesting. There's more than 100 tutorial videos in total in premium. And so once we've got a signal, we of course also have to discuss when should we buy, when should we sell, what are the current on-chain analytics, etc. That's why we've got dedicated chats on the individual altcoins as well. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $125 per month. The price will increase next week, so you can lock in still this old price and keep that old price. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you do not like premium, just message me within the first week and I refund you 100%. There's really 0 risk for you. And so does it make sense to keep on holding Stellar? Probably yes, because Stellar will appreciate with the rest of the market most likely. That being said, is it the best risk to reward play? I'm not so sure, because attention right now short term is very high and there is correlation between attention and price. I think the best upside is in the small tokens, in the very small market cap tokens, potentially the meme coins, especially if you've got a market edge, especially if you know things most people don't. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video, or see you in premium. Cheers.